What's good, King Gonda? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And this is the Celebrity Junk, the pro-black version. Now, we're not dealing with like celebrities in Hollywood or Nollywood, but in fact, we're dealing with two YouTube celebrities. The first is YouTuber Rene Marcus. Now, Renee Marcus has somewhat of a smaller channel, but it is, I would consider it to be very large for what will be considered an expat channel. She's a British YouTuber that is originally from the Gambia and has repatriated back to the Gambia. Now, she has also, like many of us, met up with Wodi Maya, done collaborations with him. And she's operating a chicken farm, right? And on the flip side, there is black YouTuber, African-American YouTuber, Art Cathey, who is originally from Alabama, but was living in Atlanta. And she has been living also in the Gambia. Now, I don't know if they have met each other personally or if they have, conversated with one another. But the big issue comes behind Art Cathey's video about, what she has experienced in the Gambia. And she says that some of the Gambians are not that bright. And I'm trying to be nice here. Many of them are scammers. They are stupid. They don't know how to do business. And then there are comments that I've seen her make regarding the fact that African Americans need to come back and take back Africa from them because they don't know what they're doing. They don't have talent. And that's just what I've heard her say. And, I'll be honest, a lot of the things she talks about that she's experienced in the Gambia as far as being scammed, people lying, everything that she's talked about she's experienced, I have in Uganda. All right. So when she talks about those experiences, she's not, I know she can't be lying because I can attest all of those experiences I've been through. But with the case of Rene Marcus, all right, Renee points out the fact that she also has had certain issues in, the Black Acres of the Gambia channel, who are African Americans. They have had issues, but they don't spend their time trashing the Gambia. They don't spend their time talking trash about the Gambia or belittling the people in the public air. Okay. And so what's happened because of the Art Cathey situation has got so out of hand, Rene Marcus started a petition to have Art Cathey deported. And as of right now, okay, now she has a small channel. As of right now, the petition link, and if you can see it right here, it has more than 675 people signed, 678 right now. By the time you probably see it, it might have over 700. So it just needs 317 people to sign it. But what I want to do is I want to talk about the initial comments that Art Cathey made. I'm going to take just a clip of what Art Cathey said, and then I want to take a clip of what Rene Marcus is saying as to why she's doing it. All right. And then we'll come back and give some clarity. And I also want to talk about what Brother Dynast Amir said. But let's go ahead. We'll play a clip of what Art Cathey said, and we'll go from there.
Gambians, I'm here, and you're not going to like this message because I'm going to tell you the truth. One of the problems that you have is that y'all don't like to tell the truth. Africans don't like to tell the truth, just like black folks back at home in the West, they didn't like to tell the truth. I've noticed this so many times since being here, and I know a lot of diasporans, they're going to need to see and hear this. Y'all going to appreciate me telling y'all the real deal about coming out to the Gambia and coming to any of these countries. I know I can speak for myself, but this is a problem that you guys have here. Y'all live hand to mouth. But y'all have a scam, con artist culture. Can't nobody even do business with y'all. Y'all don't know how to do right. Y'all don't know how to do right until somebody's just your master and giving you little scraps. Is that what you want us to do? Because the way you treat people, the way you act toward each other, you can't even trust each other. See, this is what's behind all those smiles. The smiling coast. Case in point, and I'm trying not to give too many details because they're so jealous-hearted, they watching, they got, a lot of them have very poor listening and reading comprehension and very, very low emotional intelligence. But I don't want to really put anybody particularly out there, but let's just say I had a service done. Very easy. Let's say, ladies, if I pay you to do my makeup or my hair or to get me hair or to get me shoes. Let's say shoes, right? Okay, catch. And I give you $1,000 for the shoes. Get me all the shoes you can with $1,000, right? Now you come back and you say, hey, here are the shoes. I love them. The next day you say, hey, I need an extra $600 because one of the pair of shoes is, was different. I don't know if you like them, all this other stuff. And I'm like, wait, I gave you $1,000 to get what you could get with $1,000. See, they do stuff like that. And this is what's happened. You try to support them, do right, pay them, all that type of stuff. And this is some, not all, but goddamn, it's the majority of you guys. This is what people are going to see when they come out here, and this is why y'all don't have nothing. You try to patronize and support, and you get greedy, and it's no integrity. So this is how it comes across to us. What you have to realize is that Black Americans from the diaspora, we have been with the most masterful, deceitful con artists ever.
All right, so we heard what Art Cathey had to say. Now, in defense of Art Cathey, my man Dynast Amir, he had this to say about the petition. We'll play his clip.
There is a petition that's floating around, and I have a problem with it. Okay, this petition, in this petition, people are signing this so that they can get a Black American woman or African woman, if you're Black, you're African, deported from the Gambia. And I am in no way defending Art Cathey, but I am looking at this, this is part of a bigger issue. What is the bigger issue, Dynast? Again, I brought this up before. We will attack each other. Again, we will attack and go after each other over a disagreement. Again, I don't agree with Art Cathey's delivery. Can she be obnoxious? Absolutely. But there must be some truth in what she's saying for you guys to be this offended. But we will go after each other and put up petty petitions like this instead of getting rid of these racist European institutions that are still allowed to thrive in Africa. I'll give you a prime example. I brought up the Catholic Church. How I do not understand how the Catholic Church is allowed to operate freely in Africa. You want to know the excuses I heard? Well, the Catholic Church used to feed us. The Catholic Church used to give us free food. The Catholic Church used to educate us. So if you study the history of the Catholic Church and how barbaric this institution is, and what they did to Africans and the role that they played in the slave trade, to the point the Catholic Church came out and said, you know what, slavery is okay because these Black folks are not human. So slavery is okay. But we still have Africans to this day defending this institution. And I have not seen one petition. I could be wrong. But I have not seen one petition in place wanting to remove institutions like the Catholic Church.
And then we'll talk about what Renee Marcus is saying in this clip.
Gambia, it's my country. Not only I have a nationality of a Gambian, but it's my birthright. I'm a first-class citizen in my country. I'm also a British, but I'm a second-class British in the UK. And I dare not to talk about any rubbish about England while I'm in this country. England made me who I am today in order to invest back in my country. The education I have today is because of England. But I appreciate my culture, appreciate where I come from. If I was to go to the United States and start acting crazy, guys, I don't even like the way you guys talk. God, most of you guys are junkies. Most of you guys are prostitutes. Most of you guys are this. How, just look at that few seconds, me acting like this, how dumb and stupid I look. I wouldn't even survive it because one of you would just shoot me on the head. Art Cathey could not basically breathe in America. She was suffocating. She needed oxygen to survive. She ran from America 1,000 miles away to Africa to have air to breathe. Now that she's got air to breathe, clean water to drink and bath, she then sits down with her crack self to insult Africans. But Africans made you who you are today. The cheap publicity you're getting from Rene Marcus, it's fine. At least people will get to know who you are, how ungrateful you are. Art Cathey's people, I don't need you to sign the petition. But the true Gambians that know what Rene Marcus is trying to do for her country will definitely sign for it. I don't need you to sign for it. Because I'm a true born Gambian, and if I speak, my government will hear my voice. My government will hear my cry because I speak for all Gambians. I represent Gambia. If you watch back on my first ever video, you will know that that first video was about Gambia. And ever since I've been talking about Gambia, it's not just because of Art Cathey. You sitting there saying, oh, Rene Marcus wants the fame, wants the YouTube money. Let me tell you something and make this clear. Art Cathey and her people. My father worked so hard for his children. I lack of nothing. My mother worked so hard for her children. I lack of nothing. A good home, back home in Gambia, I have more than 2. And I will show you guys.
So we've heard what all the people have to say. All right. And let me tell you, brothers and sisters, this. I did a live stream earlier. I took it down. I think it was a little bit too vulgar. Y'all know me. I could curse, and I wanted to be a little bit more professional. What we have here is, you know, Renee Marcus. I could definitely understand her position, being a Gambian, and somebody coming into her country, her homeland, talking trash about the people. And Art Cathey's ideology is, wait a minute, I thought we are all black. Like I have just as much to the motherland to say what I want to say as you do. And while that may be true, you got to understand that that's not how Africans will look at it. All right. If you're an African person and, you know, you're bigging up Africa and you have positive things to say about Africa, you know, then it's okay. But as soon as you know, say it the way Art Cathey does, you know, now you're not even, now you're a foreigner, right? And we gotta understand that as African Americans coming back to the continent, whether you're black or not, whether it's your birthright or not, you're still a foreigner until proven otherwise. All right, until you get citizenship in the country, you're a foreigner, no matter if it's your birthright. Family, you have to watch what you say in these countries. All right? There are things that are going to make you upset. You know, people are going to, be upset. I know Art Cathey talked about, she said that, that Africans don't look at African Americans the same, which is true. But you know what? It could be true. It cannot be true. But you need to be focused on what you're there for. And what I'm seeing with Renee and Art Cathey, in my humble opinion, you have 2 people that are caught up in something on YouTube where, in my opinion, both of them, their energies could be spent doing something else. All right. And I mean, that's just being respectful to it. Stay out of expats beefs. brothers and sisters, the extra things that go on like this is why, a lot of people don't want to go where African Americans are at in certain parts of the continent. Like, some of these things happen like this just offline. Be focused on what you come to Africa for. Work with the people that are there that you can work with. People you can't work with, leave them alone. Criticizing them, cursing them out, calling them dumb, insulting them, it's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Don't do it. All right? It's not worth your energy. Really, it's not. So I want the family to understand that. And if a country you feel is too, they're not bright enough, they're not talented enough, move. You can leave. You're not locked to the Gambia, or you're not locked to anywhere. You can go other places. There's other countries that are larger. There's it's only 2.28 million people there. You can go to Accra. You can go to Lagos. I mean, there's plenty of bright people in Nigeria that get it. You don't have to waste your time, especially if you're doing business there. And also, black family, those people who comment, don't egg on beefs with Africans, okay? And we're talking about, I would consider Art Cathey to be African. I would consider the other sisters to be African. We need people to be trying to resolve the issue, because we don't want it to be a us versus them. This is not the Liberia where we're coming back to take over Africa. No, we need to be working with Africans to preserve the continent for the benefit of everybody that's black. We ain't got to agree. We ain't got to see the same thing. But when you get African Americans against the African beef, we could have stayed in America for that. All right. And y'all know that I have participated in those things online, had debates and discussions. I don't even have those discussions anymore because it's pointless. It doesn't lead anything. So we need to be having conversations that lead to something. All right. And again, I hope that this case can be resolved. Hopefully some elders can step in and on either side and bring some clarity and bring some unity to the situation. Outside of that, I'm at peace to both of the people involved. And guys, that's just my take on it. The professional version of it. So brothers and sisters, thank you for watching King Ghana. Thank you for all the growth that you guys have been adding to the platform. I really appreciate you. Always remember the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I really appreciate you. Keep it real. King Ghana forever. We out.